Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Earlewood Classic. This is the 2025 edition, and we are in Columbia, South Carolina. This is the back nine footage, and with commentary with me today, I have Alex Kirby, who is on a heater. He is 7 for 9 on the front nine. How do you feel about that, Alex?
Hey, Raivis, I feel pretty good. The back nine is usually a little bit softer, and so, with the new holes, there's a little bit of not sure what to expect, but usually feel pretty confident. So looking forward to this round.
Yeah, a couple new holes that some people have never seen before. I think they're temporary just for this tournament. And there's your leaderboard right now. Alan Vasquez through 9, minus 20. Martin East, minus 19. So you got a little work to do at minus 15, Kirby. But you are ahead of the game with this card. Austin Adams is not far behind at 4 or 5 down on the front. So let's see how he does here on hole 10. This is a kind of a must get, but can get a little tricky with the OB on the left-hand side.
Yeah, a lot of OB on the left. As long as he took the left route, which isn't really where you want to go. You either want to go forehand over the left side, which I used to do until this year. And now I've started doing this shot up the middle here to take away this left side.
Oh, it seemed to work for you. That looked like a really good placement by about 20 feet.
Yeah, about 20. That's that 7-year-old soft harp. And Aaron's going that left route that we talk about. It's pretty solid. But just over the years, those bushes have gotten grown up, and the OB line just gets tighter and tighter, so it's really risky. I mean, you're looking at easy bogey, very easy double possibility. Cody has a nice flip up here. It might flip too much, though.
Yeah, if you remember from the first round, Cody's got a very unique style of game. He's got, a forceful turnover flick. He's got a little bit of a hyzer putt. He's going to be fun to watch the second round here.
So we're walking up. We all had pretty good drives for the most part. Looks like I'm putting first.
Yeah, I would have guessed that somebody else would have putted first. I thought you were pretty close there.
Dude, look at all the leaves, man. I remember, the footing was just so weird.
See if you can continue that hot streak. This would be a really good momentum for you. Minus 8. There we go.
Feeling pretty good about that. Like I said, straddle is something I'm really comfortable with. I used to only straddle putt. A lot of people don't know that. Until about 2 years ago, I was stuck at the 950 range and said, okay, I got to commit to the backhand more and got to commit to, stagger stance, normal putting. Cody, another good putt there. So anyways, that's why I've been I'm very comfortable with straddle because it's what I used to only do solely.
Well, this whole averaged 2.8, so you guys did a really good job getting, I think, a star frame there. That was awesome.
Looks like a star frame, yeah. All right, this hole is trickier than people think sometimes, especially with this wind. Y'all see this wind? It was just like swirling and really fast. Now, this is an easy hole in terms of execution, but what I'm saying is it's trickier than it looks. Because if you hit either of these two trees coming in, you really don't normally have a great putt. So you're really frustrated. I go forehand, flip up, and it does not flip like I want, but it's still decent. I missed that trick locally.
You got a pin high putt, and it is a little tricky. Ooh, nice little bounce there and kiss for Aaron right under the basket. And it is super uphill. It almost makes you want to question a mid-range, but I believe the putter is the correct play just so you can kind of softly glide up there.
Yeah. And all the people listening, I promise, I'm not trying to say it's a hard hole. It's not, but it's tricky in terms of the shot here.
Yeah, and Cody kind of showed you. He kept it too low, and now he's going to have to work for his birdie.
Mm-hmm.
With the wind, ooh, that would have been awesome.
And I said on the front nine coverage that the wind really started picking up as we moved to the back nine, and it is true. Look, we're all really trying to read it, really trying to figure out what's going on. I take a minute here, and I go to my normal stance, and I somehow convert.
Believe it or not, this was not the easiest hole for the day for you guys. Nice putt there, Kirby. Very smooth. Snuck it in right side pocket. That's another momentum shift for you. Keep going.
Yeah, I've played this course probably 70 times in my life, so I know the course well, and my wife was generous enough to let me practice Thursday in the wind, and so I felt pretty prepared on what to throw.
That's a good practice tip just for anybody else. Just, if you're going to have a day that's windy that week, might not hurt to try it out and practice, especially if you're seeing that there might be some strong winds for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, good call out there. And we got 3 birdies, 1 par. That hole averaged 2.45, and actually 19 was the easiest hole. That was the second easiest hole for you guys.
This is arguably one of the funner shots on the course. You kind of have a righty backhand hyzer that I'm showing here. I think I threw an Athena right here. A little bit deep. Yeah, I went Athena, and Austin did the forehand line. Aaron's doing this same line here.
It shapes up nicely for a bowl. I mean, you can kind of shoot high and then trickle down, or you can kind of swing wide and trickle down, or go through the gut. A lot of you guys are opting to swing and approach through like the hyzer approach here.
Cody about aces here. He threw it. You really want to throw it kind of straight and let it stall, and that's why mine went a little fast. Is I threw it on hyzer and didn't really stall it. I just kind of powered it, and so that's kind of a little mistake. But got about a 35 footer here.
Get it? Ooh,
missed.
Your first miss, I think, for the day. Make sure we get this comeback here. Got a little bit of a tester, about I would say 25.
Yeah, something like that. I can't remember what happens. Oh, chain out.
That's why you couldn't remember. It's your only bogey.
Yeah. Like I said, you'll see me try to like putt low on these baskets because it's normally the ones they catch here. But that was just a little right. Let's see Cody here.
There we go. Cody making it look easy. This hole averaged 2.8, so one of the harder ones again for you guys. And I only say that because everything's averaging like 2.7.
Yeah, I mean it like I said in the first round, it's birdie or die, but sometimes there's a funeral, so you just never know.
That's a good way to put it. 250 feet. This one's a little tricky because it's uphill and then kind of goes downhill. You can't see it. It's completely blind. There is OB on the left-hand side all the way down. You should be safe as long as you don't fade into there. And you can see Austin Adams is actually getting a favorable roll to the right side, and he's going to have a putt there.
He almost took you out right there.
He really did. I had to do a little bit of a backtrack there. Ooh!
Oh!
Yeah.
I did not know that it hit basket. Holy shit.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did. Look at this. This is on a dime of a shot.
Yes. This is a fun shot. The back nine has some funner shots. This is one of them, and I did not know Aaron almost skipped in for the ace. Holy smokes.
That was with his T-bird. I remember him talking about it.
Yeah. Cody's going to do his little air bounce thing here, I
bet. Little ninja throw.
Yeah. Well, this looks good, too. A little inside. There's a little ravine there for people who haven't played this hole, so I'm going Athena again, if I remember right.
Is Athena like a 10-speed?
It's a T-bird, basically.
Okay.
And I get the best tree kick of all time right back to the basket.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So on this hole, I aim at there's a big cypress tree that you're about to show right there. And I try to aim at that, and if it's inside or outside, I'm happy, and got lucky that time. Oh, Cody. Man, I did not realize what a kick I got there.
Yeah, it was a very favorable kick, and this hole averaged 2.95, so this was actually the third hardest hole of the day for you guys, and you're making it look easy, Kirby. Another 2 for you. Nice little bounce back after the 4, and Austin Adams didn't want any of that, so he laid it up, so we're going to see a couple pars and then a couple birdies, it looks like.
Get Cody with the little turbo putt every time. It's so funny.
When he's close enough, I like that.
And for people who don't know, Aaron Marshall will turn over his putter within like 10 feet and do it all the time. He flips it over.
What's the hardest hole on the track, in your opinion?
I think hole 18.
Hole 18, okay.
Hole 18 or hole 8, maybe, with all the OB now. Now
Yeah.
it's the hardest to birdie. I'm not saying it's the hardest like to par,
Hmm.
but 18 and 8 probably in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I would say 18,
Here's a
absolutely.
soft harp, and usually if I rip this pretty good, which I do here, commit to. Yep, that's pretty good. Yeah, pretty parked there.
Pretty easy hole as long as you throw it very straight, OB on the deep side. And I think they added OB on the left now. This will average 2.75. Oh, excuse me, 2.5. This is one of the easier ones again for you guys. And there we go. A little shout out to Stony Hill, one of our favorite local courses. And they're going to be throwing a Masters tournament later in July, I believe, or August. Make
Mm,
sure to check that out.
that's a good
There we
putt.
go, Cody. Yeah, another two for Cody. He's bouncing back after having a little bit of a slow start on the front.
For people that don't know, Cody has a really sick private course about 40 minutes, 30 minutes away. Taplin Pines.
Check that out. He's actually got two courses over there. And so do you, right? You have a little bit of a private course. Make sure to hit up Kirby whenever you get a chance to check out his.
I actually tell people it's like Earlewood with OB, like USDGC OB. Aaron, this is one of the funner holes, guys. So you're looking at this. It's a blind hole. I go Berg forehand on this hole. Aim at this tree right there and one at the hyzer right inside. That's literally the plan every time. And
Not too difficult as long as you don't get the roll. This is a par three, 200 footer, but for 200 feet causes a lot of headaches at 2.75.
yeah, it's not hard except with the amphitheater you're going to see is all OB, and then you have to kind of putt from a drop zone. So this hole is the green makes it really tough. It's kind of tough to putt on this green here, but the shot itself very 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 simple.
Yeah, I think Cody's going a little too far with that shot. I don't think he needs that much juice on this one.
So Austin's got a choice here.
Oh, this is big. This is always a death-defying moment for this hole because you can easily go OB. It's right after that curve. Hey, no guts, no glory. Isn't that what they say, Kirby?
That's exactly what they say. That was a really nice, conservative but committed putt for sure.
Yeah, it was good. It wasn't too zippy. It just came right out, floated right in there.
I like.
Beautiful putt by Austin, and he's pumped. He's happy.
He played well. He played really well. I told you I really enjoyed watching him play. Now you see Cody from this drop zone that we've been talking about.
Mm-hmm. Come on. Oh. Oh, that's tough to see. I mean, he almost made that drop zone. That's like what, 33 feet? It's just outside, right?
It's outside, I think. And
Yeah.
as we talk about, oh, Aaron, that was not like him.
No, it wasn't. Maybe he rushed that. Well, I mean, he's a fast putter anyways. I can't even say he rushed it.
That's what he does. Thankfully, it sticks close. And I'm under the basket. I did not realize that when I threw it, that it was that close. But hey, on a windy day, you'll take it. When I was telling people after the round, like, how did I play so well? I was like, I didn't have to putt that much. Like, on a windy, I have to be putt, 15 footers and in.
Yeah.
You're pretty stoked, obviously, always, but especially on the windy days because 20 footers feel like 30 footers on windy days.
Yeah, but I will say, looks like your putting average is a little longer on the back than the front so far.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes on as we continue here. This is hole 16. I think this is my favorite hole on the course, just because of the beautiful bowl shape over the amphitheater. And I think you've got another part job there. What did you throw there, Kirby?
That's that Athena again.
Yeah, you're feeling the Athena. Look at you. You're you're really feeling it. You don't know what's going on, but this is probably the best you've ever shot at Earlewood. Let's be real, right?
No question. No
Yeah.
question. Athena's, it's just stable enough to rip, but it's 7 speed. And I always tell people, I think it flies like those KJ Nibos used to fly. So,
Mm.
because that's actually a test flight, the first run ever of Athena's that I'm throwing.
Okay. So are they a little more stable, you think?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Well, Austin's going to be up there. Let's see if Aaron can also join you guys.
Aaron's kind of yanks it, but it's trying to fight back.
Yeah, with his putt, that's within his range. Absolutely. And here is Cody. Let's see what he takes. It looks like he's going, I think something a little faster. Maybe like
I'm pretty positive it's a destroyer.
yeah, I was thinking destroyer here. Yep.
Nice shot there.
It's funny because it feels like it's uphill, but it's actually a little like downhill and uphill. It's a very strange hole in terms of trying to figure out the perfect distance.
I agree with that, but this is one of the more iconic holes out here. There used to be a tree that down to the left that made it way harder with a branch that you had to throw under. It fell a couple years ago, so it's much easier than it used to be. It used to be super tricky with the branch that you had to throw
I
under.
did not know about the branch. Yeah. See if we can get a two here for Cody. Snakes it in there. No chains needed. What's the point of chains when you can just put it right over the rim?
I have seen Cody Taplin make more no chains putts than anyone in my life.
That'd be a good slogan for business, a disc golf business. No chains needed. And nice too for you. You are really feeling it. You are at 21 down right now, and you have a five-stroke lead over this card. And I think you're getting pretty close to now what would be presumably the lead card for round three.
Yeah.
Was that going into your head, round three lead card?
I actually told my caddy I didn't look at scores one time. I did not want to know how I was doing. I knew I was playing hot. This is a soft zone here. Um, it's a stable one, like a really stable
Pretty
zone.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah, good shot.
thank you. Yeah, if you remember, Aaron Gossage made these soft zones very famous at Worlds a few years ago.
And do you think it sat there? You think it went a little too far?
Going like 15, if I remember right, I was like 15 deep, maybe, if I remember right.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happened at the end there, because it can roll. That's the one drawback to this hole. There's a little bit of a slope and hillside there.
So this is a play a lot of people do is they like to hang it left, but it brings the OB close. He's close there. Cody does the more direct route. Got a nice skip.
Yeah, he was throwing the Star Toro, so kind of matching your zone, Austin Adams was. And let's see if Aaron Marshall throws a bird or something like that.
I don't remember if he throws a rhino or a pig or.
Oh, yeah, probably more intima based. And that was a good shot. He was pretty happy with that.
I don't remember, but it's really windy, man. We got a calm little session right there, but up and down, up and down. You can see it kind of gusting here now.
Yeah, I thought Austin would be a little closer, and he is feeling it, guys. He is that on the putting green. He has been unstoppable. This back nine.
I like his putt. Look, it's just direct and nice little pop.
Yeah, I wish I had that putt during Masters Worlds this week. Nice job there, Austin.
I don't know what you call that putt. I call it a pop putt.
It's a spush, right? I feel like it's something like that. A little poppy, a little spinny, a little pushy at the same time. It's nice. Aaron does a lot more spinny, you can tell.
He does. I'm kind of a pop putter, like Calvin's talked about that on videos. I like to be just little snap of the wrist with a little bit of fingers to keep it. See, as you can see.
Yeah, no, that looked good.
15.
That's another birdie for you, Kirby. My goodness. You are absolutely feeling it. Have you ever thought of course, like, do you know what the course record is? I mean, you played, or when you're from this area, have you heard of any course records?
Yeah, I remember Joseph Bucket Anderson a couple years before shredding it. And here's a zone and 7-year-old zone.
On the hardest hole on the course, hole 18, downhill 350 feet. Wow. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Not bad there, Kirby. You must like that throw.
So that's my favorite disc, and it flips up to straight, pretty awesome. And on this hole, if you hit the ground, it can skip 50, 60 feet.
And go OB. We didn't mention that there's OB deep, right? 25 feet past the basket, not far.
That's right. But yeah, I knew that I was like getting close, but I couldn't remember what Joseph Anderson had shot. Plus the new holes, these were first time, so like you never get a true number.
Good point. Yeah.
So
how new are these holes? Like, so none of those two holes have ever been played? Is that what you're saying?
No, the new 3 holes had never been played in a tournament.
Okay. Well, Aaron Marshall had a really good shot there. He kind of showed you how to throw hole 18 as did you, Kirby. That was a really well done shot. And Cody's up there for the tap in 3, most likely. So he's going to make this hole look easy. This hole average, let's take a quick peek. 3.1. Yeah. So one of the hardest holes of the day. Oh, come on, Aaron. You got to make that a piece of right there. A little downhill, though, a little frustrating.
And I don't know where my disc is. Is that me right there?
That's you, buddy. You trickled all the way up there, Kirby.
Just so people know, I have not seen this coverage. I have no idea.
Well, it's the first time you're seeing it in months, too. So shout out to, again, the Columbia Disc Golf Club for allowing us to film this awesome annual tournament.
Getting that one is when I'm like, man, this is something special. Like, wish my wife and kids were watching type round,
Yeah, well, now they'll watch it at home with you, hopefully on this coverage. So they'll be able to see most of what you're doing here. This spectacular stuff. You only have 4 holes left. Or 3 holes left. Excuse me. This is awesome. Here we go. This is one of the shortest holes, and I said this is the easiest hole of the day for you guys, averaging 2.35.
I barely stayed out of the OB. That is a Star Toro first run that Calvin also gave me years ago, and it is a great run of this.
Is it OB or is it a hazard?
It's a hazard. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yep. No, you're fine. I just want to make sure we knew for the viewers there.
I think it's the rocks might have been OB. I can't remember. We'll have to get down there. But those are those boulders. But I missed it by like 2 feet, thankfully.
Yeah, I thought it was a hazard. But either way, Aaron Marshall's up there on the putting green, and Cody's almost going to go for the ace here. Oh my gosh.
That was screaming that to go in. That was so good.
He's like, did that go in? I love Cody Taplin's reactions. Go in! Aaron Marshall also having a very good throw.
I want to see someone ace this hole. I don't know if there was one.
I thought there was. I'm not going to go through it right now, but leave in a comment if you remember who did or if you did. That'd be awesome. Let's see if Austin, he's in the most trouble right here, obviously, with the bush in his hands.
Okay, we see now that the white flag, so I would have been OB and not in the hazard.
Okay. Well, there you are. Yes. Little straddle putt uphill, no problem.
Well, it's feeling good. The wind was not heavy down here on this hole, so that's a benefit. We're in kind of a ravine thing.
24 down. I think you started at 8 down. Right?
8 or 9, yeah.
Yeah, my goodness. You're on anything in double digits is great. Anything on 15 territory is like, what?
Yeah.
That is something special. So let's see how you finish here with the last 2 holes to go. Aaron Marshall putting out, getting the 2, Cody getting the 2, and then Austin getting the lone par. But that's all right because we have 2 more easy holes coming up, including this one. This is probably the hardest hole that you're facing out of the 3 new ones.
Wind was going bananas on this. Look at my disc just go crazy.
Whoa, was that the same disc that you've been throwing?
Harp, yeah, it was that soft harp, and the wind just gusted it like still moving. Just crazy gust of wind we had.
I don't understand why this averaged 3.12. Like that's pretty high. I feel like.
Well, it's really steep, like putting wise. I saw a lot. I saw Michael Johansson roll away once or twice, so it was a weird putting green.
Oh, Cody's nailed it though. That looked awesome. He kind of skipped it right onto the circle 1 area, and Aaron's going to take a similar line and skip right up there. Beautiful line.
I also remember that people hadn't been able to practice this much, and the OB line deep surprised them. And I saw some people go OB, and they're like, "Wait, there's OB deep. Why is it not just the road?" I remember since it was a new hole, people were like kind of shocked.
Right, and there's a Mando you can see kind of shocked. I like it. I mean, this is a good hole. I wish this was a sort of a permanent hole, so we get to have a little bit of fun with it.
Yeah, I thought this was one of the funner holes. I like this. I like this hole.
Austin Adams, unfortunately, releases it a little too far there, so we're going to have to see if he can make that comeback. You are probably just going to lay up here, right?
I remember this like it was yesterday. I had to think about this because, that was a tough.
Yeah, that's a good layout.
How are you supposed to lay up from there with that slope? It was pretty tough.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's kudos to you just to be able to take that disc and land it very flat on that hillside. And here we go, Aaron Marshall for another 2. So he's still playing pretty good. Not sure about lead card material. We'll see at the end there, but I definitely potentially chase card material.
And I don't know if you heard the sirens, but they were going for your ex-girlfriend, Raivis. So
There was a car chase I heard going on during this episode here.
there was a car chase. All right.
Only in Colombia, right?
Only in Columbia. I remember I slipped on this hill. There it is.
There you go. Right on cue, Kirby.
I remember, dude.
Very good memory there. And let's see if we can at least close out with a star frame. Here we go. This is a kind of an iconic last hole. We're underneath the bridge, and it's going to be a Mando to the left of the sign. Excuse me. Yeah, left of the sign. You can see right up there to the right. And Cody's going to be taking the forehand. I do like this approach, but that was just too much juice.
Yeah, I go forehand on this hole. This hole's going to be really sick if we can like permanently get it in there.
Agreed.
Really big fan of this hole, and
I like the rock green area. It's very aesthetic looking.
Which one am I throwing here? Soft zone again.
Yep.
And I want to low and hard here because the wind. I wanted to cut through it.
Yeah, that's a good play. You didn't keep it high. I mean, hey, that's a pro play right there, guys.
Man, I saw more people miss this Mando than you realize, though. The Mando on the not enter sign.
Comes in fast, and Austin Adams taking his Turo again. Oof.
He's got a game. He's got a good game, dude. Like
he does.
He's got a good game.
He's he played a little more aggressive than I remember him playing the last time with him. So kudos to him to be able to figure it out, play more aggressively, and still shoot pretty good.
Yeah, man. And then you got this cool rock thing. That was sick.
Oh, wow. How fitting for Aaron Marshall to make that. And, that putt was actually meaningful. That was to get on the chase card greatest media team coverage once again. And if he didn't make that, he was not going to be on that coverage. So that was a cool putt. Good round for Aaron Marshall.
That's what he's known to do, is kind of like Martin East putter, just like BB gun assassin on these putts, man. It's really...
It was fun to watch him putt. I mean, I know that you said your averaging putt was like very close, but his was very far, I feel like. And one more putt for you, Kirby. Now, what a historic round. I think what I witnessed was 16 down. Is that right?
Yeah, and you can hear me saying to my friends on the truck, like, I don't have zero idea what I shot. Like, they're asking. I have zero idea. I didn't want to look.
I'm so happy for you, Kirby. I think now we talked very, very slightly about the course records. Is that a course record?
I think it is. Especially with the new holes. 16 is having that silly bogey too. So it should have been 17.
Unreal. I mean, 16 out of 21 holes, shooting a 24 down, and good enough to get on that Greater South Carolina Courses lead card. And make sure to check that out on YouTube. It's already been out and published. Kirby, anything you'd like to say? This was an absolute pleasure watching you shred it here.
Glad you filmed it. I think it rated like 1070. So
oh my goodness,
pretty insane. Thank you guys so much for filming, taking the time. Hopefully, if you're ever in Columbia, guys, Earlewood is a really fun course to play with people who, of all ages. That's something we like to do, is take young kids and people who don't necessarily play pro. Great course to play.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks again to our sponsors, and again to the Columbia Disc Golf Club for hosting this. This is going to be a huge tournament next year. Watch out. Could be even an A tier. It's always at the beginning of March, the end of February, beginning of March. So keep an eye and make sure to watch out for round 3 coverage coming out very soon on the Greatest Media Team channel. Thanks a lot, Kirby, for being here.
Thank you so much. See y'all next time.